I'm going to taste the 2017 vintage of the Bertrand Machard AXL Gramont Vosne-Romanee. So quite a mouthful. But what you need to know is this is from Burgundy. Bertrand and his daughter XL are the producers of this wine. So this is a family owned and run operation. And it's 100% Pinot Noir. And it's from one of the most hallowed grounds for Pinot Noir in the world. We're in Burgundy, we're in the Côte de Nuit, and within the Côte de Nuit, we're in a very, very special magical pocket of land called Vosne-Romanee, really known for possibly the best Pinot Noir produced anywhere. So in the glass, I'll start with that, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the place and the people. But of course, what I'm noticing right away with the color is that it's fairly pale, and that is what I would expect for Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is a fairly thin-skinned red grape variety, and how I know that in the glass is that tannin comes from the skins of red grapes. Thicker skinned examples would be something like Cabernet Sauvignon or Syrah, which would look much different. But even if I had no idea what this was and I just looked at the glass, I would probably guess Pinot Noir solely from this color itself. I'm using a Burgundy glass, again, because it is from Burgundy, but also Pinot Noir tends to be very beautifully perfumed on the nose, and this shape can really allow you to fully enjoy all of those aromas. So swirling it around. On the nose, I'm really getting sort of classic examples of Pinot Noir, the sort of cherry, raspberry, strawberry notes. It has some gaminess as well, some sort of little base notes of underbrush forest floor that's adding complexity and sort of a beautiful rose petal note. Let's taste it. So I always start with what I'm feeling first. And what I feel first is the acidity in this wine. And the acidity I'm feeling is my mouth watering. I feel sort of saliva along the sides of my cheek here. And that makes sense, both because of where we are. You know, Burgundy is not a warm region, meaning that the grapes tend to keep a beautiful, brisk acidity in them. But also Pinot Noir itself is a variety that's known for having medium plus to sometimes high acidity. So this all makes sense. The next thing I noticed, though, is something that I think is very unique to not just the variety, but the place. And the place being Vosne-Romanee, it tends to have a beautiful, elegant expression in the glass. And for me, when I taste Vosne-Romanee, I always feel a sort of spherical palate shape. It's really enchanting. A lot of the things I smelled were present on the palate as well, those sort of red berry fruit notes to it. A little bit of that underbrush kind of savory note. And it just has such a long and gorgeous finish and a beautiful balance. Now this family, they do all hand harvesting, they de-stem the grapes, and it's all organically farmed. And that was something that Bertrand's daughter Axel implemented in the vineyards. So it's a very, very beautiful expression of this family's care of the land, of this beautiful place in the world for Pinot Noir, and of the grape expression itself. And I think this would make a beautiful pairing on the table to anything that's sort of poultry. You could pair this with seafood like salmon or tuna, or even veer into something like lamb. And I think it would just be a beautiful pairing. Cheers.